Nutrition food supply system. Nutrition food supplying system. Food is needed by all living organisms mainly for growth and repair. Several organisms need food to maintain their body temperature as well. A variety of substances are taken as food by using organisms from single cellular organisms like amoeba to the complex multicellular organisms. Organisms like human body. A variety of substances are taken as food by every organisms from single cellular organisms, example amoeba, and from multicellular organisms, and example is human body. Even within the human body, the cells require a wide variety of substances as food to carry out their functions. Let us study about autotrophic and heterotrophic modes of nutrition. Nutrition. Its modes. Autotrophic nutrition and heterotrophic nutrition. These autotrophic nutritions are the organisms which are capable of using light energy to synthesize chemical compounds and they require nutrients like minerals, salts and water from the soil as well as some gases from the air. They are capable of producing complex compounds. These autotrophic nutrients are capable of producing complex compounds like carbohydrates, proteins, lipids from these very simple substances. These compounds produced by autotrophic plants are utilized for providing energy to most of the living organisms and animals, including human body. Most of the things that we eat are obtained from plants. Even if we depend on the animal products, we could find that those animals also depends on plants. These plants are also called as the universal food providers. The universal food providers. Let us study the process of photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is a process by which plants containing green pigmentation. That is chlorophyll. This is built up complex organic molecule from simple inorganic ones. It forms by using sunlight as an energy source. The several reactions takes place in this process, and intermediate compounds are also formed. Through photosynthesis is a very complex process. We use the following in simple equation: carbon dioxide with 2 moles of water molecules in the presence of light, chlorophyll, which gives CH2O plus 1 water molecule H2O plus O2. This equation is widely used, and this is proposed by C.B. van Til in the year of 1931, and his opinion was for each molecule of CO2 carbohydrate formed 1 molecule of water and 1 molecule of oxygen is produced. Through photosynthesis is very complex process, as we discussed in this equation. This equation is very important. Van Til again worked on purple sulfur bacteria and found light plays a specific role in photosynthesis. Instead of using H2O, they used H2S as a starting material. Here no oxygen is liberated during photosynthesis. Instead, element sulfur is evolved, or either we can call it as liberated, evolved. Later, Robert Hill showed that oxygen O2 is released from water during this reaction, and then the equation was modified as follows: 6 moles of CO2 and 12 water molecules H2O in the presence of light, chlorophyll, C6H12O6. This is glucose formula. It forms glucose. Then 6 moles of H2O with 6 moles of oxygen O2. It is known that plants synthesis carbohydrates. Plants are also capable of synthesizing all other compounds like proteins and fats, etc. But animals are not capable of synthesizing carbohydrates, and they have to depend on plants. Let's talk about activity. Presence of starch and leaves. Now let's take a leaf from a plant with soft and thin and well exposed to sunlight. First, boil the leaf in water. And then transfer the leaf into a test tube. Containing methylated spirit. Boil this test tube in a water bath. We'll show it by using diagram. This is tripod stand. Bunsen burner. Boiling water. With test tube which contains soft and thin leaves, and this is the beaker. This test tube contains methylated spirit. Let's recall it again. First, boil the leaf in your water and then transfer this in a test tube containing methylated spirit. Boil this tube in a water bath. Chlorophyll dissolves in spirit. The chlorophyll from soft and thin leaves dissolved in this spirit and it becomes pale due to removal of chlorophyll. Now take the leaf carefully from the test tube by using a brush. Spread the leaf. Now spread the leaf in a petri dish. And now add a few drops of iodine solution on it and observe the leaf. The presence of starch will be indicated by a blue-black color. Lab activity. Oxygen is produced during photosynthesis and the presence of light. Arrange the operators as shown in the figure or diagram. This is a beaker with water, test tube with funnel. Make sure that the funnel should be in inverted direction. Funnel, test tube, inside this test tube hydrilla plant, place some water plant like hydrilla in a short stemmed funnel and keep it in a beaker. Then pour the water in the beaker. Invert a test tube full of water over the stem of the funnel. Ensure that the level of water in the beaker is above the level of stem of the inverted funnel. Place one operators in the sun and take one more and place another in the dark for at least 2 to 3 hours. You could see that in place of water there is air that fills in the setup kept in sun. It is actually a gas that will be collected in the test tube. Observe the other set which kept in dark whether the difference in the amount of gas collected. Test the gas in the test tube by inserting a glowing matchstick or incense stick, which could burst into flames. This shows the presence of oxygen. Now let's talk about another activity, that is sunlight is necessary. Sunlight is necessary to form starch in green leaves or rather green plants. This is black paper experiment. Now take a potted plant, cover potted plant which is cover one of its leaf with black paper on which a design is cut. Fix the paper on the leaf in such a manner that the light does not enter the dark part. Place this potted plant in sunlight. After few hours of exposure to bright sunlight, test the leaf which is covered by black paper for the presence of starch. It will be observed that only the parts of the leaves which could get light through the cutout regions turn blue black, showing the presence of starch. What is heterotrophic nutrition? In simple words, we can say that this heterotrophic nutrition depends upon other microorganisms or organisms first survive, which are not capable of producing complex. Let's talk about diseases due to malnutrition. Malnutrition diseases. What is malnutrition? Malnutrition is known as eating of food that does not have one or more than one nutrition in required amount is known as malnutrition. We know that food is the main source to maintain biological process in a perfect manner. Our diet should be a balanced one which contains proper amount of carbohydrates, proteins, vitamins, mineral salts and fats. 2/3 of world population is affected by food. 2/3 of world population is affected by food related diseases. Some of them are suffering by consuming high calorific food. Most of them are facing various diseases due to lack of balanced diet. It is very important to discuss about food deficiency diseases. Malnutrition is of 3 types. Protein malnutrition, calorie malnutrition and protein calorie malnutrition. Let us observe harmful effects of malnutrition in children. Firstly, we will discuss about Kwashiorkor disease. This is a disease. This is due to protein deficiency in diet. Body parts become swollen due to accumulation of water in the intercellular spaces. Very poor muscle development, fluffy face, difficult to eat, poor muscle development, fluffy face, difficult to eat, diarrhea, dry skin, are the symptoms of this disease? The person who suffers from this disease may get the symptoms of poor muscle, fluffy face, difficult to eat, and diarrhea, dry skin. Let's talk about second disease, that is Marasmus. This is due to deficiency of both proteins and calories. Generally, this disease occurs when there is an immediate second pregnancy or repeated childbirth. Immediate second pregnancy or repeated childbirth. Lean and weak less development of muscles, dry skin, diarrhea, etc. These are the symptoms of Marasmus disease. I repeat once again, this is due to deficiency of both proteins and calories. Generally, this disease occurs when there is an immediate second pregnancy or repeated childbirth, and its symptoms are lean or weakness, less development of muscles, dry skin, diarrhea, and etc. Talk about third disease, obesity. This obesity is due to overeating and excess of calories intake. It is a big health hazard. This is a big health hazard. Obese children, when grow, they will be target of many diseases. Target of many diseases like diabetes, cardiovascular related to heart, renal, gallbladder problems such as kidney problems. This obesity is mainly due to overeating, and this obesity is targeted to many diseases like diabetes, cardiovascular, kidney related problems, etc. Let's talk about vitamin deficiency diseases. Vitamin deficiency diseases. Vitamins are organic substances. They are micronutrients required in small quantities. Actually, vitamins are not synthesized in the body. We do not generally suffer from vitamin D deficiency. The source of vitamins to our body is through two ways. One is diet, and other is bacteria present. Bacteria present in the intestine that synthesis and supplies vitamins to the body. Vitamins are classified into two groups. Vitamins are classified into two groups. One is water soluble vitamins and other is fat soluble vitamins. These water soluble vitamins includes water soluble vitamins are B complex, vitamin C, and these fat soluble vitamins are vitamin A, D, E and K. Let's talk about few examples or resources which we get from these vitamins. We get B complex from vegetables, fish, egg, etc. And we get vitamin C from green leaves, vegetables, citrus fruits such as lemon, orange, etc. Now let's talk about fat soluble vitamins. Vitamins A, D, E, K. This vitamin A resources is leafy vegetables, carrot, tomato, pumpkin, papaya, mango. And D resources are egg, butter, cod liver oil, shark liver oil, sun rays stimulates the formation of vitamin D. Sun rays vitamin D from the subcutaneous fat. Let's talk about vitamin E. This vitamin A resources are fruits, vegetables and sunflower oil. Last vitamin is vitamin K. Its resources is green leaves, vegetable, milk, meat and egg.